For y'all, we're going to make some O2 simulators. So what you start off with is a no file Dorman. These are your 2-part numbers right here. And we're going to drill this one out first with a 1/2-inch drill bit. We're going to go to the base of it, and that's it. We're not going to go all the way through it. If we go all the way through it, it's pointless at that point. So we go just smooth to the bottom. And so we'll get the 1/2-inch drill bit in the drill press, and we'll get to going. All right, we're going to start our drilling process for the first O2 simulator. Obviously, you've seen there was 2 in a pack, so basically you can make 2. We're going to put them together as soon as we drill this one out, where the O2 sensor actually go into this one. We'll show you all that here in a minute. You can use a drill press, of course, is the easiest and the best way, or you can just use your normal battery power drill or electric drill and put it in a vise and just keep it centered the best you can as you go. I've done that hundreds of times, but you also want to make sure you use a good lube. This Boeing lube is what I found works best for drill bits, and any kind of drilling is kind of like a paste type, so it stays on the drill bit. As it gets hot, it melts and actually goes to the end of the drill bit and works out really well. Of course, you can use PB Blast or WD-40, but it doesn't work that well. This works amazingly. This is a small bottle of it. They make a bigger one. I'll try to put that link in the bottom of the video description so that y'all can get y'all some. Like I said, you want to be very careful in this process to just touch the bottom. So as you start getting close, because you don't want to go all the way through it. Like I said, if you go all the way through it, you basically just ruined it. All right, so here we go. I got the one drilled out, obviously right here. As you can see, the size difference between that one and then that one. So the O2 sensor will fit directly. It'll squeeze right down in there when you go to thread it in. And like I said, it's flush with the bottom. You notice the bottom holes are still the same. If you go all the way through it, like I said, it's pointless at that point. You make the hole too big. So the holes are still the same size. Like I said, you just drill that hole till it's flush with the bottom, and that's it. You just barely touch it with the drill bit to the bottom. Once you get to it, it bottoms out. It don't go through it. All right, so here's the one that we drilled. Here's the other part number. So like I said, these are 2 different part numbers. This is the one we drilled out. So we're going to thread this one into here. We're going to put it in the vise. We're going to tighten these up really tight. I use this washer that comes obviously with the other pack of these, of this part number. And then we'll tighten these up, take the O2 sensor out, and then we'll thread the O2 sensor into here, and then thread this into the exhaust. All right, the reason for an O2 simulator is a PO 430 code catalyst efficiency code or 420. One's a bank 2, one's a bank 1 sensor catalyst efficiency code. So most of the time, about 90% of the time, the issue is with the catalytic converter. What that means is that the catalytic converter is not doing its job to reduce the emissions at the tailpipe. So an O2 simulator, what it does is instead of the O2 sensor going into the exhaust right here as normal, poking through, now we've moved it up out of the exhaust stream and it comes in here. And so basically we've extended it to where it doesn't get as much flow. So what it does is, because what it means is with the 420 or the 430 code catalyst efficiency codes, it means the exhaust is flowing too fast. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to slow that O2 sensor down by reading it too fast. And we do that by, one, they make an electric O2 sensor simulator. It's like a resistor deal. You can make O2 simulator like that. Or you can do a more simpler way is just to remove it. If you have room, it just depends on the exhaust system, to actually put the O2, make one of these, and you're putting your O2 sensor in here, so it moves it out of the exhaust stream to slow it down to where it's not getting as much flow.